Welcome back, everyone. So I've got a lot for you guys tonight, guys and gals. Remember, I'm just a dumb Midwesterner, so I always say guys. But anyway, I've got a lot to talk about tonight, but a lot of mishaps as well. So thank you for the DMs. I actually got I was out in the yard just, doing whatever, getting ready for the webinar, and a bunch of people were like, wait, where's the webinar? Last night you said it was going to be tonight, and I don't see it. Google Hangouts is very confusing when it comes to creating an event. If you've ever done one, you might know what I mean. If you doubt me, go in to Google Hangouts and try and create a live event. It's very confusing. So I'm wondering how many of you will be here tonight. Everyone's welcome. But the event got created private as well as as a stream. So I couldn't use the event, and it was just a big debacle. But things happen. So anyway, welcome aboard. Glad everyone is here. I've got still got a bunch to talk about, and some trades, some definite trade ideas with RWLK going nuts in after hours. But so let's start on the agenda and see where we end up. Number one, and this is what kind of created the confusion. So I think a lot of you guys know I'm a hardcore fisherman. I love fishing, and it's something that my son and I do together, and we actually competitively fish. Now, there's if you think there's a small percentage of day traders that succeed, there's an even smaller percentage of fishermen that succeed competitively. So we do it more for fun, but there's a lot of local tournaments that him and I fish in. And if you go to my Instagram, instagram.com/tbohen, Bohen, you'll see, we do a lot of this over the years. We've done it since, we fished together since he was itty bitty. I like to brag. My son, and I know most people hate it when people brag about their kids. So I won't get too annoying. I'll keep the story short. But my son could not talk. So he's like 18 months, almost 2 years. And he was still baiting his own hook, casting his own pole, taking the fish off, and letting it go. 90% of the fishing we do is catch and release. But it's pretty wild. I don't know. I'm not, and again, I'm not trying to get too annoying, but I don't know how many, 18, 19, 20-month-olds that are like, baba, dada, baba, baba, and doing all this stuff. Anyway, he might be a professional fisherman, which would make me exceedingly proud. So that being said, long way around. I took the long way around. Monday nights are a fishing tournament. We actually fish Wednesday nights and Thursday nights and a lot of Saturday mornings. So these live webinars are going to be Tuesday nights for the summer. Basically, we fish Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning, and sometimes Sunday. So a lot of fishing to get in. So you will get notified. I'll fix the events. 8 p.m. Tuesday night is the new night. So let me share the screen and show you some stuff I want to talk about, as well as want you to see. So, big thing. Week from, 6 days from now, we're doing another free webinar where I get in depth. So this is breaking down Oracle, one of my favorite tools. Freaking love Oracle. It's our algorithmic based tool to let you trade or guide you through these crazy volatile stocks. So go to StocksToTrade.com/free-webinar. And that's next Monday. And we're doing something. We're trying to figure out what the best time is for everyone. So next week we're doing, let me get the URL. We're doing 1 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Okay. Now, remember, it will be archived. It will be available for, I think what we do, the archive is there for about a week or so. But go to the URL, StocksToTrade.com/free-webinar. Would love to see you there Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Different time. We're just trying to see what works for everyone. But no matter what, if you can't be there then, still register and you'll get an email with the replay. So next is podcast. Maybe my favorite episode, maybe the best episode, and it's also episode 100. It's funny how you get lucky sometimes. But go to SteadyTrade.com. It's the most recent episode. And Kim Ann Curtin is a trading psychologist. And I tell you what, super sharp lady. Crazy smart. And it's funny because, if you guys watch the webinars, if you know me, hey, I love the Navy SEALs. I love the, weightlifters and the machos and the alphas and everybody I talk about, whether it be Dave Goggins or Jocko Willink or Tim Kennedy or all these guys, are the bullheaded, ram their way through the wall type kind of alpha males, for lack of a better term. And what I love about what Kim Ann Curtin does is she's like, wait a minute. The ego, the emotion is so much of trading. And I tell you what, if you watch it, if you watch this episode, I'm always open-minded. I'm always looking to learn. I'm always looking to evolve. And I came into it thinking, hey, I'm like, this whole kind of internal dialogue, and I was debating it. And by the end of the episode, I was all in. And great episode. And it's pretty cool to have it be episode 100. I mean, I know, what's the difference between episode 99? What's the difference between episode 101? They're just episodes of the podcast. I mean, there's no significance. But as a day trader and a swing trader, I love whole dollars and half dollars. So when I see a breakout on episode 100, I love it. So check out that podcast. Again, SteadyTrade.com. And let me jump over here and just show you something. Let me go back to the webcam and her book. So I got that. I ordered it the instant the podcast ended. There's a glare. I'm starting this tomorrow. I got it last week, but Transforming Wall Street by Kim Ann Curtin. A Conscious Path to a New Future. Lots of resources in this thing, and you can hear it breaking. I mean, full disclosure, I haven't started it yet. You can hear the binding breaking, but she is interviewed. Wow, funny. I open up to page 295 randomly. Bill Ackman, bad mofo, nailed it on CMG. But she's interviewed Jim Rogers, some of the biggest names in finance. She's interviewed as well as worked with. Transforming Wall Street by Kim Ann Curtin, SteadyTrade.com. Couple other things. I will be at the Benzinga Trading Summit in June. Let me go back to screen share. And I'm mostly just trying to show you guys, throw stuff out there for you. Because the number, hey, everybody's important to me. Okay. I love each and every one of you. And every one of you that shows up to these, I care about. I want you to get better. I want you to evolve as a trader. But, we're at our numbers are terrible because of the whole mishap of publishing the webinar. So, but doesn't mean I don't care about you guys. So I'm just trying to give you a bunch of free resources. So I will be at the Benzinga Trading Summit. If you are around or near, kind of the same thing, Tim. But if you are around New York City on June 20th, I would love to see you there. I'm going to be presenting. John Najarian is going to be presenting. Peter Schiff. These are some big names. Peter Schiff, John Najarian, Tim Seymour, Sean McLaughlin. Oh, that's cool. I'd like to meet him. Ryan Sellers, great guy, open outcrier. Love him. Whitney Tilson. The ultimate bag holder short. I can't wait to I'll probably get thrown out of this place. But anyway, oh geez. And again, I never want to see anybody struggle, but Whitney's had his trouble with his short calls. Anand Sanglucci, love that guy. Sam Adrangi, great guy. Ben Axler, great lineup. So Mike Bellafor at SMB Capital, Nate Michaud, a friend of mine, Joseph Fanning, so a great lineup. And me, hey. But anyway, if you're around New York on June 20th, I don't know how much it costs. Let's check. I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, $400. Okay. So $400, you can learn from a lot of great names like Peter Schiff. Maybe you get a tip from me or two. But if you're around New York City at that time, definitely check it out. Also, if you're in the Midwest, my Midwest peeps, the Chicago Traders Expo in July, Tim Sykes and I will be presenting there. So just Google Traders Expo Chicago, and this is a multi-day event. Again, Mike Bellafor's there. I'm there. Harry Boxer would be a cool one to see. Elder is there. Ooh, man. Google Alexander Elder, some great books. Great books. Man, I look forward. Maybe I can meet up with him. Carly Garner, I've met her before. Not saying, I'm not downplaying any of these people. I'm just looking for names I know. John Nigerian, great guy if you like options. Rick Santelli. Woo, I can't wait to meet Rick. Timmy will be there. Sosnoff will be there. So some cool people to meet. And again, that one is free. So in July, it's free. Okay, so let's break down a couple stocks. And again, man, I really, really, really appreciate everyone for being here, even though I botched the setup of the event. So let's get into it. A couple tickers. RWLK. Man, maybe one of my most hated stocks of all time. But it looks like finally, RWLK might get it done. So they have some FDA clearance on their exoskeleton. Very interesting business. You know, this stock has burned me so many times. And if you say how many times, look at the 10-year chart. And you can see, geez, even further than 10 years. Let's go back 20 years. Every spike has died. Spike die. Spike die, spike die, spike die, spike die, spike die. Spike holds, and then a secondary spike. So to answer your question, Austin, do I think RWLK can continue tomorrow? Hell yeah. It feels like finally 5 years, 7 years, 10 years later, maybe these guys have finally made this exoskeleton idea work. So I love RWLK, especially if we can get what I call basically what I call a dip and rip, which is also a gap and crap reclaim. I mean, there's a lot of terms for it. So you can see on my screen, this is a trade plan we had this morning in StocksToTrade Pro. Go to StocksToTrade.com/pro. Okay. I drew this at, I think, 9:05 a.m. Okay. I know it's simple. You might be like, what is this crap? It's a whiteboard, just like when you're at a corporate meeting and they draw on the whiteboard. The point was SOLY spiked on news after squeezing last week. We were looking for that consolidation around 17 and then a break higher 9:45 and later. I'm setting up RWLK, okay? Maybe you don't care about SOLY and their magical tattoo erasing device or their magic cellulite erasing device. It's a joke of a stock. But the point is, I'm trying to tell you what I'm looking at on RWLK tomorrow. You want to know what Soli did today? Let's take a quick peek. On the 2-day chart, Soli dipped in the open, started consolidating around 17, and then at noon, it broke that high day at 18 and went as high as 2070. $2 a share with a predictable setup based on the idea of what we talked about in pre-market. So now I'm going to be looking for that same type idea on RWLK. So let's grab a new drawing. And I don't really care about the past chart on RWLK. It's a disaster. It's a joke. But we got this tonight. Big vertical move. And you're like, how do I chart this? How do I read this when it's a long-term downtrending chart? So what I just drew was the after hours news from 3 to 9. So this is 3 to 9. What we're going to be looking at in StocksToTrade Pro tomorrow, what we're going to be focused on is that and it's funny because I'm cautious to draw this, but in pre-market, so let me give you pre-market. So it's a little bit of a joke, but I'm also serious. So I don't really care what RWLK does in pre-market. So we're having fun, but we're learning at the same time. The squiggly line is intentional, okay? I don't really care what RWLK does in pre-market. Spikes, drops, spike, whatever it does. Because I think the highest probability setup is after the market close. Okay, you want to write something down from tonight? Write this down. And I didn't coin this term. I stole it. Amateurs open the market and professionals close them. Okay? Write that down. Amateurs open the markets, professionals close them. If you think you're going to succeed over time trading volatile stocks like RWLK at 9:31 a.m., good luck. Go try it. And I'll see you back on a webinar in a few months when you're like, I tried it and it didn't work, Tim. Okay? I like midday, late day moves on these volatile stocks. So what are we going to look for? That dip into the open after the market open, and then that reclaim of 9. Whoops, I got to go back. And again, I'm no artist. I'm demonstrating concepts here, okay? So you can laugh at my terrible drawings, but it's a concept. The idea is once RWLK, okay, it's a big if RWLK reclaims 9 after the market open, I think there's a huge potential that it gets spiked. And if you buy this area, so say you buy that $9 break, you have a clearly defined risk to reward into that dip area. That's what you want as a trader, okay? You're not trying to be a genius. You're not trying to be right every time. If you want to be right 100% of the time, good luck, because you're doomed to fail. What you want to do is target setups that work over time. RWLK, former runner, has news up huge in pre-market or in after hours. And if it dips at the open, sucks in idiot short sellers, and then breaks through that 9 level, you have a trade. Doesn't mean it will work. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. But the fact is, that is a setup that you can trade with a defined risk to reward with a 3-to-1 risk to reward, that if you get stopped out, you can trade it again the next day. You can trade the day after that. And over time, you will succeed. Oh, Trader Investor Summit. I'm going to finish on this. I think it's September 21st to 23rd. Okay. So the Tim Sykes Trader Investor Summit, I don't know if the page is ready yet, but September 21 through 23rd. What strategy should I use if I only have access to Power Hour? Late day breaks on something like RWLK. So Austin Westphal, I think RWLK gaps down and then breaks higher. So, all right, everyone. Thank you. I am sorry for the scheduling mix-ups. And I appreciate all 24 of you for being here. It was awesome. We built this up. We had hundreds of people showing up, but accidents happen. So, in summary, StocksToTrade.com/free-webinar next Monday at 1 p.m. Please be there. It's free. I would love to have each and every one of you there. SteadyTrade.com with Kim Ann Curtin. Listen to it. It's freaking free. If you want to succeed at trading and you don't listen to it, sorry, you're an idiot. Okay. I don't want to be mean, but listen to it. Check out her book, Transforming Wall Street. We are doing Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. for the summer because Garrison and I are fishing every Monday night and Wednesday night and Thursday and Saturday morning. Check out the Benzinga event if you're in New York City on June 20th. Would love to see you there. Chicago in July. Orlando in September. I love each and every one of you, and I want you all to succeed and realize every one of your dreams. And I think you can do it with trading if you put in the freaking work. Okay. I pull this book out all the time, but it's always there. Dave Goggins, Can't Hurt Me. I don't read it every day, but man, I go through this all the time. Look at all those Post-its and highlights. You want to work hard. You want to put in the time. You want to grind. The markets give you unlimited potential. You got to, I'm supposed to not swear on these webinars. You got to freaking work for it. But if you want to put in that time, put in that effort, we live in the greatest time in history with unlimited potential for opportunity. So thank you, everyone. Sorry about the scheduling conflicts. Looking forward to seeing you next Monday on the Oracle webinar, next Tuesday night, and more than anything, would love to see you in Stocks to Trade Pro. StocksToTrade.com/pro. I do twice daily webinars. Actually, today I did three. I did 3 webinars today. Average length of 45 minutes. And a YouTube live. So, and a watch list. And a bunch of emails. So I love helping people learn how to trade, evolve, and become the best version of themselves. So have a great night, everyone. Look for that plan on RWLK, that dip and rip type idea. And if it dips and if it drops like a stone, no trade. Okay. RWLK is not a dip buy. It's a dip and then a reclaim of the highs. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you next Tuesday night at 8 p.m.